I'd probably find a way to get it over here somehow. I think that's what I would do. I'd start wondering where it's all going to, and I don't know, I'd kind of like maybe have a fit for a bit.
Be a cause for concern because due to the fact the rules of three in relationship to death and the fact that the rules of three states that you could go 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food.
No?
I could be without water for 1 day, no problem.
And then what happens if you run out of water for 2 weeks?
That would be a problem.
Well, Galiano is a Gulf island, and it's well, it's relatively a small island, probably about 6,000 hectares in size. And I guess the main water issue is the fact that in the summertime, our climate is extremely dry, although this past summer was an anomaly, and people run out of drinking water.
It's almost impossible to go into a washroom without seeing a sign that says either do not drink the water because the water quality is bad, or be careful about how much water you use.
No. And it is kind of ironic because we do live in the temperate rainforest area, so we do get a lot of rain, but it's very seasonal, and it's becomes an issue. A lot of people are moving towards water catchment and capturing that rainwater, which is a good thing. But there's definitely big issues and growing issues as the population rises with depleting groundwater supplies. If you're living on the ocean, you're drilling down into a groundwater table. You're very close to a point where you get saltwater intrusion into the freshwater groundwater. So as you tap into the freshwater and start drawing that out, the more that gets drawn out, the more chance there is that you're going to infiltration of saltwater into the groundwater. So you end up with a lot of wells that become saline after a time.
On any area of land that rain falls on, only about 3% of the water actually makes it into the water table. If you're capturing it from the roof, 100% or nearly 100% winds up being able to be used.
Rainwater catchment process is a process where we take rain off a roof. It's filtered coming off the roof. It sometimes goes directly into water holding tanks, sometimes goes into water pump out tanks in order to get the water from the roof collected and then pumped up to rainwater storage tanks.
Public level, I think that all of us individually have to think about how we carry out our water practices, whether or not we capture rainwater, the amount of water that we use, what we're using it for, whether or not we're putting moisture tolerant or drought tolerant plants into the ground so that we don't have to do as much watering. There's all kinds of things that can be done on an individual level.